Hi, it's Therese, and I'm here for Altenew and Tombow today. We're using these dual brush pens, and I've got the bright palette here, and these are so much fun. I haven't used markers in a long time to colour with, and they're a water-based product, so I thought it'd be fun to do some watercolouring today. I've chosen some colours out of the palette, and I will put the numbers of the colours at my blog, so if you're interested to know which ones I have used, because there are a lot of different packs that you can choose from. This is just one of them. And I've stamped out an image from Altenew's Best Mum set. This is such a beautiful bouquet, and I've used some Ranger jet black ink because I'm going to be doing the watercolouring and I don't want the ink to bleed, and I've stamped it on the smooth side of some watercolour cardstock. I'm going to be doing two different methods of adding my colour, and this one I'm starting with first is just adding it direct to paper. So I've got the brush tip side of the pen, and I'm literally just colouring it in, and I'm not being too careful here, just popping a bit of colour down, because what I'm going to do now is use a wet brush to sort of activate the colour and make it look sort of watery, like a watercolour. So this is a really easy way to add some colour to your project, and if you haven't got a lot of time, it's actually really quick as well. I'm going to work or add my colour a little bit differently on my flowers. What I've done is just use the brush side of the marker to add some colour to a stamp block, and I've just put a piece of white paper under that so you can see what I'm doing here. But probably the yellow didn't make much difference, but the purple that I've chosen, it is a bright colour, and I just wanted to show you that you can actually achieve a fairly light colour even though I've got the bright palette. I'm just watering the colour down quite a bit and then adding a little bit of a darker colour towards the centre of the flowers just to give it a little bit more dimension. So I'll just quickly finish these flowers and I'll be right back. So once I've allowed that to dry, I've decided to put a little split in the panel, and literally just chosen any old spot there on the flower. I just wanted it to be near the lower portion of the card, and I'll quickly stamp out the rest of my sentiment, which is from the Superscript set, and I'm just using some black ink again for that, and use my Misty because I don't want to misstamp this or make it crooked. At least this way I know it's going to be right, and if it's not, I can always restamp it again. I've got a piece of silver. This is an American Crafts like cardstock from a paper pad. I can't remember, but it's a silver glittery cardstock, and just adding some ATG to the back of that, and gonna have that so it's sitting behind the panels that I've got, and that'll just give that little bit of sparkle through the center. And then to cut off the excess, I can just simply flip it over and grab a nice long straight pair of scissors and cut that off. Saves a lot of measuring. I've added some fun foam to the back of both my panels with some score tape, and I'm just going to adhere these down. Now I know I usually like to cut that little centerpiece out between my panels so that it doesn't look mismatched on the picture, but I knew that I was going to be popping a sentiment over the top, so if it was going to be left like this, I probably would have cut the center, if this makes sense, cut through the flower the amount of gap that I want, just so the pattern matches. And once these are stuck down, then I can add a little bit more bling. I've got these really cool, what are they, glass glitter, and I thought it'd look fun to have it all sprinkled around the bouquet. And because it's glass glitter, it's quite heavy, so I thought it might be an idea to use the matte medium. So I'm just putting some dots of the matte medium around my flower, and this one's called Sterling. It's a Prima product and it's really pretty. But I didn't expect the matte medium to work quite as well as it did. So I've got big clumps of glass glitter now around my flower, and it wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but to be honest, I don't mind the look of it. I was kind of thinking more like scattered tiny little bits of flecks. Maybe I'll try a cookie glue pen next and see how that holds. I have a sentiment that I've die cut. It's from the Halftone Hello set, and I just stamped it out in black. This is actually a sentiment that I have made for another project and never used, so I'm just using that up now and adding that. I've got it on some fun foam, so it is popped up a little bit, and I'm using the matte medium, and then I can just adhere that over the negative space on my card. The matte medium's kind of not my favourite glue to use, although it is, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't leave any residual stick and or that, you know, glossy sort of outsides, but it just takes a little bit longer to dry. But it does hold really well. And that's my finished card for today. Thank you so much to Altenew and Tombow. I've had so much fun on this collab and look forward to seeing you again real soon. Till then, happy paper crafting. Bye.